Question 1. Scenario-based question. Sarah recently purchased a new home in a flood-prone area of Arizona and is looking to update her home insurance policy. Her current policy is a standard HO3 policy. Considering her location, which additional coverage should she consider adding to her policy to better protect her property? A. Scheduled personal property. B. Water backup coverage. C. Identity theft protection. D. Additional living expenses. Answer: B. Water backup coverage. Explanation: a HO3 policy typically covers damage from fire, theft, and certain other perils, but it generally does not include coverage for flood damage or water backup from sewers and drains. Given Sarah's home is in a flood-prone area, adding water backup coverage is essential to protect against damage from water backing up into her home. Scheduled personal property would cover high-value items, identity theft protection would cover loss due to identity theft, and additional living expenses covers costs incurred when the home is uninhabitable due to a covered loss, but none of these specifically address water backup issues which are crucial in flood-prone areas. Question 2. Conceptual understanding. Which of the following best describes the difference between replacement cost and actual cash value in home insurance policies? A. Replacement cost covers the depreciated value of the property, while actual cash value covers the replacement cost minus depreciation. B. Replacement cost is the amount required to repair or replace property without deduction for depreciation, while actual cash value is the replacement cost minus depreciation. C. Replacement cost covers the market value of the property, while actual cash value covers the replacement cost plus depreciation. D. Replacement cost is the same as actual cash value, as both cover the full replacement value of the property. Answer: B. Replacement cost is the amount required to repair or replace property without deduction for depreciation, while actual cash value is the replacement cost minus depreciation. Explanation: replacement cost coverage provides the amount needed to repair or replace the damaged property with no deduction for depreciation, thus ensuring you receive the full cost of replacement at current prices. Actual cash value (SCV), on the other hand, includes a deduction for depreciation, reflecting the value of the property considering its age and wear. This difference is crucial in determining how much compensation you will receive for a claim. Question 3. Policy structure and components. If a homeowner discovers that their policy has an exclusion for earthquake damage, which section of their insurance policy is likely to detail this exclusion? A. Declarations page. B. Insuring agreement. C. Exclusions. D. Endorsements. Answer: C. Exclusions. Explanation: the exclusions section of an insurance policy specifies what is not covered under the policy. This includes perils like earthquakes, which may be explicitly excluded from coverage. The declarations page provides a summary of the policy's key details. The insuring agreement outlines the coverage provided, and endorsements are used to modify or add coverage to the base policy. Understanding exclusions is essential for identifying gaps in coverage and ensuring adequate protection. Question 4. Conceptual understanding. In Arizona home insurance, if a policyholder's house is damaged due to a covered peril and becomes uninhabitable, which part of their policy would cover the additional living expenses incurred while the house is being repaired? A. Personal property coverage. B. Liability coverage. C. Loss of use coverage. D. Dwelling coverage. Answer: C. Loss of use coverage. Explanation: loss of use coverage, also known as additional living expenses (IL) coverage, is designed to cover costs incurred when the insured home becomes uninhabitable due to a covered loss. This includes temporary housing, food, and other living expenses. Personal property coverage covers damage to the policyholder's belongings. Liability coverage provides protection against legal liability for injuries or damage to others, and dwelling coverage pertains to damage to the structure of the home itself, but none of these address the costs of living away from home. Question 5. Regulatory and legal considerations. According to Arizona insurance regulations, what is required of insurance companies regarding the disclosure of policy exclusions to policyholders? A. Exclusions must be provided in a separate document sent to the policyholder annually. B. Exclusions must be disclosed verbally during the initial policy sale. C. Exclusions must be included in the policy documentation and clearly visible on the declarations page. D. Exclusions do not need to be disclosed as long as they are mentioned in the policy's fine print. Answer: C. Exclusions must be included in the policy documentation and clearly visible on the declarations page. Explanation: Arizona regulations require that all policy exclusions be clearly included in the policy documentation and visible on the declarations page to ensure that policyholders are aware of what is not covered. This transparency helps avoid misunderstandings and ensures that policyholders are fully informed of the terms of their coverage. Verbal disclosure or separate documents do not suffice for clear and comprehensive communication. Question 6. Types of home insurance policies. Which homeowners insurance form provides the broadest coverage, including protection against all perils except those specifically excluded in the policy? A. HO1, basic form. B. HO2, broad form. C. HO3, special form. D. HO4, renter's form. Answer: C. HO3, special form. Explanation: the HO3 special form offers the broadest coverage among standard homeowners policies, covering all perils except those specifically excluded in the policy. It provides protection against a wide range of risks and is the most commonly used form for owner-occupied homes. HO1 basic form offers very limited coverage. HO2 broad form covers more perils but still lists them specifically, and HO4 renter's form covers only personal property and liability for renters. Question 7. Claims process. When filing a home insurance claim, what is the most critical initial step a policyholder should take to ensure a smooth claims process? A. Immediately begin repairs on the damaged property. B. Document the damage with photographs and a written description. C. Contact the insurance company after repairing the damage. D. Dispose of damaged property before the insurance adjuster arrives. Answer: B. Document the damage with photographs and a written description. Explanation: the most critical initial step in filing a home insurance claim is to document the damage thoroughly with photographs and a written description. This documentation provides evidence of the loss and is crucial for the claim process. Starting repairs before the insurance adjuster arrives or disposing of damaged property could hinder the claims process or result in the loss of important evidence. Contacting the insurance company should follow proper documentation of the damage. Question 8. Risk assessment and underwriting. In the context of underwriting, how does the location of a home affect the premium determination for a home insurance policy? A. Homes in urban areas typically have low premiums due to increased competition among insurers. B. Homes in high crime areas generally have low premiums due to higher risk of theft. C. Homes in areas prone to natural disasters such as floods or earthquakes usually face higher premiums due to increased risk exposure. D. The location of the home does not impact the premium, which is solely based on the home's construction type and age. Answer: C. Homes in areas prone to natural disasters such as floods or earthquakes usually face higher premiums due to increased risk exposure. Explanation: homes located in areas prone to natural disasters like floods or earthquakes typically face higher premiums because these locations represent a higher risk to insurers. The increased risk of loss or damage from such events leads to higher insurance costs. While location can affect premiums, it is not solely based on urban versus rural areas or crime rates, but rather on the specific risks associated with the location. Question 9. Policy structure and components. Which section of a home insurance policy outlines the specific conditions and obligations that the policyholder must meet for the policy to remain valid? A. Insuring agreement. B. Conditions. C. Declarations page. D. Endorsements. Answer: B. Conditions. Explanation: the conditions section of a home insurance policy details the specific obligations and responsibilities of the policyholder, such as timely reporting of claims, maintaining the property, and cooperating with the insurer during the claims process. This section is crucial for ensuring the policy remains valid and for outlining what the policyholder must do to meet the terms of the policy. The insuring agreement outlines what is covered. The declarations page provides a summary of coverage, and endorsements modify or add coverage. Question 10. Coverage details. If a policyholder wants to ensure full replacement of their personal property without depreciation deductions, which type of coverage should they have? A. Actual cash value coverage. B. Replacement cost coverage. C. Loss of use coverage. D. Liability coverage. Answer: B. Replacement cost coverage. Explanation. Replacement cost coverage ensures that personal property is replaced with no deduction for depreciation, allowing policyholders to receive the full cost to replace their items at current market prices. Actual cash value coverage includes depreciation deductions, which means the reimbursement will be less than the cost to replace the items new. Loss of use coverage covers expenses when the home is uninhabitable, and liability coverage covers legal responsibility for injuries or damages to others. Question 11. Conceptual understanding. In Arizona, if a homeowner's policy includes an endorsement for identity theft protection, what type of coverage does this endorsement typically provide? A. Coverage for financial losses due to identity theft, including legal fees and lost wages. B. Coverage for damages to the home caused by unauthorized access to personal information. C. Coverage for stolen personal property as a result of identity theft. D. Coverage for repair costs associated with identity theft incidents. Answer. Pay coverage for financial losses due to identity theft, including legal fees and lost wages. Explanation. An endorsement for identity theft protection generally covers financial losses resulting from identity theft, such as legal fees, lost wages, and other expenses incurred while resolving the theft. It does not cover physical damage to the home or personal property directly, but rather the financial impact and associated costs of dealing with identity theft. Question 12. Claims process. If a homeowner needs to file a claim for damage covered under their policy but has already repaired the damage before the adjuster's visit, what should they do to ensure their claim is processed correctly? A. Provide receipts and a detailed description of the repairs along with before and after photos of the damage. B. Contact the insurance company to file a new claim for the same damage. C. Submit only the before photos of the damage and wait for the insurance company's response. D. Avoid mentioning the repairs to the insurance company to prevent any complications. Answer. A. Provide receipts and a detailed description of the repairs along with before and after photos of the damage. Explanation. If repairs are made before the adjuster arrives, it is important to provide documentation such as receipts, detailed descriptions of the repairs, and before and after photos to support the claim. This evidence helps the insurance company understand the extent of the damage and the cost of repairs. Not disclosing repairs or failing to provide proper documentation could lead to issues with claim approval or reimbursement. Question 13. Risk assessment and underwriting. How does the presence of safety features such as a security system or smoke detectors affect the underwriting process for home insurance? A. It generally increases the premium due to additional risks. B. It has no impact on the underwriting process or premium calculation. C. It can lead to a reduction in premium due to low risk of loss or damage. D. It complicates the underwriting process, leading to higher premiums. Answer. C. It can lead to a reduction in premium due to low risk of loss or damage. Explanation. Safety features such as security systems and smoke detectors often lead to a reduction in insurance premiums because they lower the risk of loss or damage. Insurers typically offer discounts for these features as they reduce the likelihood of a claim being filed. These features are seen as mitigating risk, making the property less costly to insure. Question 14. Types of home insurance policies. Which homeowner's insurance policy form provides coverage for personal property on a named peril basis, meaning only those perils specifically listed in the policy are covered? A. HO1, basic form. B. HO2, broad form. C. HO3, special form. D. HO4, renter's form. Answer. B. HO2, broad form. Explanation. The HO2, broad form provides coverage for personal property on a named peril basis, meaning it only covers the perils specifically listed in the policy. This form offers broader coverage than HO1 but does not provide the comprehensive open peril coverage found in HO3. Special form. HO4, renter's form, covers personal property but typically not as broadly as HO2. Question 15. Policy structure and components. Which section of a home insurance policy outlines the specific risks or perils that are not covered by the policy? A. Insuring agreement. B. Conditions. C. Exclusions. D. Declarations page. Answer. C. Exclusions. Explanation. The exclusions section of a home insurance policy specifies the risks or perils that are not covered by the policy. This section details what is excluded from coverage, which is crucial for understanding the limitations of the policy. The insuring agreement outlines what is covered, conditions describe the policyholder's obligations, and the declarations page summarizes the coverage details. Question 16. Coverage details. If a policyholder has a home insurance policy with a $1,000 deductible and their home suffers $8,000 in covered damages, what amount will the insurance company pay out for the claim? A. $7,000. B. $8,000. C. $9,000. D. $1,000. Answer A. $7,000. Explanation. With a $1,000 deductible, the policyholder is responsible for the first $1,000 of the repair costs. The insurance company will pay the remaining amount. For $8,000 in damages, the calculation would be $8,000. 1,000 nulls equals, and this is in dollars. This means the insurance company will cover $7,000 of the repair costs. Question 17. Regulatory and legal considerations. What must an insurance company in Arizona do if they deny a claim based on an exclusion listed in the policy? A. Provide a verbal explanation of the denial reason. B. Send a written denial notice detailing the exclusion and reasons for denial. C. Offer an alternative coverage option to the policyholder. D. Automatically accept the claim if the policyholder disputes the denial. Answer. B. Send a written denial notice detailing the exclusion and reasons for denial. Explanation. Arizona insurance regulations require that if a claim is denied based on an exclusion, the insurance company must send a written denial notice that clearly outlines the exclusion and the reasons for denial. This ensures transparency and allows the policyholder to understand why the claim was denied and to potentially contest the decision if necessary. Question 18. Scenario-based question. John's home insurance policy includes coverage for personal property with a replacement cost. After a fire, he finds that his kitchen appliances, which were worth $2,000, are destroyed. If the current replacement cost for these appliances is $2,500, how much will John receive from his insurance company? A. $2,000. B. $2,500. C. $500. D. $1,500. Answer. B. $2,500. Explanation. With replacement cost coverage, John will receive the amount necessary to replace his destroyed appliances at current market prices without any deduction for depreciation. Since the replacement cost for the appliances is $2,500, this is the amount John will receive from the insurance company regardless of the original value. Question 19. Types of home insurance policies. Which homeowners insurance form is specifically designed for renters and does not cover the physical structure of the rental property? A. HO1. Basic form. B. HO2. Broad form. C. HO3. Special form. D. HO4. Renters form. Answer. D. HO4. Renters form. Explanation. The HO4 renters form is designed for individuals renting a property. It covers personal property and liability but does not cover the physical structure of the rental property, as that is the landlord's responsibility. HO1. Basic form. HO2. Broad form and HO3. Special form are designed for homeowners and include coverage for the dwelling itself. Question 20. Practical applications and problem solving. If an Arizona homeowner's policy provides broad form coverage but they want to ensure protection against all possible risks, what should they consider doing? A. Purchase a separate flood insurance policy. B. Increase their deductible to lower the premium. C. Choose a different insurance provider. D. Limit their coverage to only the most common perils. Answer A. Purchase a separate flood insurance policy. Explanation. Broad form coverage provides protection against a wide range of risks but does not cover all possible risks, such as flood damage. In Arizona, where flooding can be a concern, purchasing a separate flood insurance policy would ensure additional protection against this specific risk. Increasing the deductible or changing insurance providers does not address the need for comprehensive risk coverage. Question 21. Policy structure and components. What does the declarations page of a home insurance policy typically include? A. Details of exclusions and limitations in coverage. B. A summary of the insurance coverage, including policyholder information and coverage limits. C. The claims process and procedures for filing a claim. D. The specific rules and regulations governing the policy's enforceability. Answer. B. A summary of the insurance coverage, including policyholder information and coverage limits. Explanation. The declarations page provides a summary of the insurance coverage, including important details such as the policyholder's name, address, coverage limits, and the policy period. It does not include exclusions and limitations, which are detailed in other sections of the policy. The claims process and regulatory information are also found in separate sections. Question 22. Coverage details. In a home insurance policy, what does replacement cost coverage mean in terms of personal property? A. It covers the actual cash value of the property after depreciation. B. It reimburses the cost to replace the property with new items of similar kind and quality. C. It covers only the original purchase price of the property. D. It provides coverage for the market value of the property before the loss. Answer: B. It reimburses the cost to replace the property with new items of similar kind and quality. Explanation: replacement cost coverage reimburses the cost to replace damaged or lost property with new items of similar kind and quality without accounting for depreciation. This is different from actual cash value (ACV) coverage, which deducts depreciation from the replacement cost. Question 23. Exclusions and limitations. Which of the following perils is typically excluded from standard home insurance policies and requires a separate policy for coverage? A. Vandalism. B. Theft. C. Flood. D. Fire. Answer: C. Flood. Explanation: flood damage is typically excluded from standard home insurance policies. Homeowners who want coverage for flood damage must purchase a separate flood insurance policy. Vandalism, theft and fire are generally covered under standard home insurance policies subject to specific conditions and exclusions. Question 24. Scenario-based question. Maria's home insurance policy includes coverage for loss of use expenses. After a storm, her home becomes uninhabitable and she incurs $4,000 in temporary lodging expenses. Her policy has a coverage limit of $3,000 for loss of use. How much will her insurance company reimburse her for these expenses? A. $4,000. B. $3,000. C. $1,000. D. $0. Answer: B. $3,000. Explanation: the loss of use coverage reimburses for temporary lodging and other related expenses up to the policy limit. Since Maria's policy limit for loss of use is $3,000 and her expenses amount to $4,000, the insurance company will reimburse her up to the coverage limit of $3,000. She will be responsible for the remaining $1,000. Question 25. Risk assessment and underwriting. During the underwriting process, how does the age of a home generally impact the insurance premium? A. Older homes typically result in low premiums due to their historical value. B. Older homes usually result in higher premiums due to potential for increased risk and maintenance issues. C. Age of the home has no effect on the premium as it is determined solely by location. D. Premiums are lower for older homes because they are often constructed with superior materials. Answer: B. Older homes usually result in higher premiums due to potential for increased risk and maintenance issues. Explanation: older homes often result in higher insurance premiums because they may have outdated electrical systems, plumbing, or roofing, which increase the risk of damage or claims. Insurers consider these factors when determining premiums and may charge more to cover the increased risk and potential maintenance issues. Question 26. Types of home insurance policies. What does the HO5 comprehensive form offer that distinguishes it from the HO3? Special form: A. Coverage for personal property on a named peril basis. B. Coverage for both the dwelling and personal property on an open peril basis. C. Coverage only for the dwelling, excluding personal property. D. Coverage for the dwelling and personal property on a named peril basis. Answer: B. Coverage for both the dwelling and personal property on an open peril basis. Explanation: the HO5 comprehensive form provides open peril coverage for both the dwelling and personal property, meaning it covers all risks except those specifically excluded in the policy. In contrast, the HO3 special form provides open peril coverage for the dwelling but named peril coverage for personal property. Question 27. Policy structure and components. What is typically included in the insuring agreement section of a home insurance policy? A. Detailed exclusions and limitations of the policy. B. The terms and conditions of coverage, including the insurer's promise to pay for covered losses. C. The deductible amounts and coverage limits. D. The policyholder's personal information and property details. Answer: B. The terms and conditions of coverage, including the insurer's promise to pay for covered losses. Explanation: the insuring agreement outlines the terms and conditions of the coverage provided by the policy. It specifies what the insurer agrees to cover, including the promise to pay for losses caused by covered perils. Exclusions, deductibles, and personal information are detailed in separate sections. Question 28. Claims process. What is the primary purpose of the insurance adjuster during the claims process? A. To make the final payment decision for the claim. B. To assess the damage, determine the extent of coverage, and recommend an appropriate settlement amount. C. To approve or deny the claim based solely on the policyholder's statements. D. To negotiate policy changes and future coverage options. Answer: B. To assess the damage, determine the extent of coverage, and recommend an appropriate settlement amount. Explanation: The insurance adjuster's primary role is to assess the damage, review the policy coverage, and recommend a settlement amount based on their evaluation. They do not make the final payment decision, but provide the necessary information for the insurer to make an informed decision. Adjusters also do not handle policy changes or negotiate future coverage. Question 29. Legal and regulatory framework. Under Arizona state insurance regulations, what is required of insurance companies regarding complaint resolution? A. They must resolve complaints within 30 days of receipt. B. They must acknowledge complaints within 15 days and provide a resolution or update within 60 days. C. They are required to provide a written denial only and are not obligated to resolve complaints. D. They must resolve complaints only if the policyholder provides additional evidence. Answer: B. They must acknowledge complaints within 15 days and provide a resolution or update within 60 days. Explanation: Arizona's state insurance regulations require insurance companies to acknowledge complaints within 15 days and to provide a resolution or update within 60 days. This ensures timely handling of complaints and helps protect consumer rights by maintaining a clear process for addressing issues. Question 30. Coverage details. What does actual cash value coverage entail in a home insurance policy? A. It covers the replacement cost of the property minus depreciation. B. It reimburses the full replacement cost without any deductions. C. It provides a payout equal to the market value of the property before the loss. D. It offers a fixed amount based on the original purchase price of the property. Answer: A. It covers the replacement cost of the property minus depreciation. Explanation: Actual cash value (ACV) coverage reimburses the cost to replace damaged property minus depreciation. This means that the payout reflects the current value of the property after accounting for wear and tear, rather than the full replacement cost. This is different from replacement cost coverage, which does not factor in depreciation.